Hi, this is Mike with Living Phase 2, and today Nancy and I are fortunate enough to be on Royal Caribbean's Odyssey of the Seas. We're kicking off a 6-day cruise. Hey, it's one of the things that's great about living in Phase 2 is a little bit more time for travel, a little bit more time for leisure, and we thought with us kicking off this cruise, over the many years and multitude of cruises we've taken, we've collected a few little tips, tricks, secrets, little things you can bring along with you to make your cruise experience a little bit better. None of these are real expensive, but we thought we would share them with you today on Living Phase 2. So, what we're going to show you today is our table of mess. Normally our cabin doesn't look this way, and in fact, Nancy, you can go ahead and show our cabin. We're fully unpacked, and one of the nice things about Odyssey of the Seas is there is a ton of storage on Odyssey. So we're not going to necessarily give you a tour of Odyssey. There's lots of great YouTube videos out there of awesome YouTube people that have done tip to tail videos on this ship. So what we're going to always try to do, and it's what we try to do on Living Phase 2, is show you those little tips and tricks and things we've learned to make your leisure time in Phase 2 better. So we're going to go here to the table of mess, and I'm going to start showing you all those little things that we found. Number one, a simple little bag. You can get these at the dollar store, you can get them at Target, you can get them at Walmart, wherever you might. This one happens to be from a business class trip back in my corporate days. I took many of those. And so I had a bunch of these laying around, and Nancy and I use these to carry all our charging cords. And in fact, Nancy's charger is in here that you can plug into the wall, and it keeps everything nice and tidy. And she puts this in her carry-on bag, and then we just pull it out and we're always ready to go. We keep this packed with our charging cables at home so we never forget them. So this is always with us, and we don't have to think about what cables to get and what ones not to get. Next, we keep a medical kit, a medicine kit maybe I should say, packed. And these are medications, different things that when you go on a cruise or an adventure, these are all the things that you can you may run into. There's anti-diarrhea medicine in here. There's Dayquil in here. There's of course a nice little pack of moleskin pads for blisters. Hey, shout wipes, because you never know when you're going to spill something on yourself at a restaurant or whatever might occur. Some spray for sunburns, and along with some aloe for sunburns, all kinds of things. And we'll actually put a list of all the different things we keep in this pack on the description page, and also on the blog that will accompany this video, because it's just too much to list right now. But again, much like the cords that I talked about, we keep this packed at all times. And this is just an old travel kit that I've had for years and years. And again, this is one of those things we just keep packed. We set it aside in a closet, and when we're ready to go, we grab it and we throw it into our suitcase so that we're ready to go. Next, I picked up a couple of these actually on a business trip to China, although you can find them on Amazon. We'll give a link to a couple of them, one that's like this, another one that we've tried that's really good. But this is a luggage scale. It's very compact, and with those 50-pound limits on bags that you have to take to the airport, picking up souvenirs, all kinds of things, you can hit that 50-pound limit pretty quick. And this one you simply clip onto the handle of your suitcase, you turn it on, you lift your suitcase up, and it tells you exactly to the 1/10 of a pound how much your suitcase is weighing. And I've tested this on the scale and at the airport, and it is exact. And usually we're at 49 or 49.5 pounds. And this is a lifesaver. So we actually travel with this. We throw it in a backpack and bring it with us. So when we're repacking and we're putting all those souvenirs and things we got together, we know exactly how much our suitcases weigh. Next, I want to show you on cruise ships. Let's pull this out. You can see here, these are the outlets you get. Electrical outlets are very precious on cruise ships. You have, fortunately on Odyssey, this is one of the newest ships out here, and it's one of the most high technology ships. They've added quite a few electrical outlets. There's 2 US style, There's a European style here, a couple of USB ports actually here, right here. And then Nancy, if you can get a shot of it, over here on the side, on Nancy's side, they've actually have finally put an electrical outlet beside the bed, which is really good if you have to use a CPAP. And as everyone may know who watches our channel, Nancy does. There's a great series of 3 videos that she talks about her CPAP and her struggles with AFib and how that really, really helped. But in case you need that extra outlet on some of the older ships or other ships, this adapter, notice I didn't say converter, this adapter is really good that if you have obviously US style plugs, it can go, give a little shot of it here. Goes right into the European style plug. And now you have 2 more USB ports and you have a US plug. Now, this is the electrical engineer in me. Warning, you can see 220 volt devices only. And I'm going to put up a couple of pictures here now to show you what you need to look for on your devices and what you can and cannot use this for. So here is an example of a USB wall charger, and you can see the red part that I've circled. It's good from 100 to 240 volts and 50 to 60 hertz. Great for international travel. With the right adapter, you can plug it in virtually anywhere in the world and you'll be just fine and good to go, and you can plug it into this style adapter without any problems. Here's another one. This is actually the adapter for Nancy's CPAP, and you can see the red part that I've circled. It's good from 100 to 240 volts, 50 to 60 hertz frequency. So again, good all over the world with the appropriate adapters, and good, and you can use this type. Now here's the big no-no. This is the thing to really watch for. You can see that this hair curler is only good from 120 volts, and it's only good at 60 hertz. That's American standard voltage. This is not something that you can plug into an adapter that has 220 volts or a different frequency such as 50 hertz. So the big no-no on this, on anything that would just be American standard voltage, to plug into this type of adapter. So please be aware of all that when you're utilizing this product. Let's talk about another one. As you probably saw when Nancy was showing the outlet on her side of the bed, there is no outlet on my side of the bed. And I want to be able to charge devices, to be able to leave things on my side. So there's a solution to that too. This one does add a little bit of weight to your packing, but it's not very expensive and it's easy to do. And we're going to show you a couple ways you can do this. And that is a 3-prong, heavy-duty, 25-foot interior extension cord. Note please, on cruise ships, you cannot have a surge protector. If they will confiscate it when they look at your bags, when they x-ray them, they can see that you'll have a surge protector. This is not a surge protector. This is simply an extension cord, okay? So, a couple ways I can get it from here to over here. And in doing so, I'm also going to tell you about another little thing that we bring along with this. So, right now, this is the least attractive way to do it, but you can actually use magnetic clips to bring it across, bring it down, and bring it down to the floor right down here. And it's out of the way. Honestly, once it's up there for 5 minutes, you really don't even notice it anymore. But this is one way you can do it, because all of the walls, and let's go ahead and talk about these, all of the walls in cruise ships are metal. So you can put hooks up just about anywhere on a cruise ship. And so we actually bring 3 different types of hooks with us. We bring clips, and the clips we use to hang our cruise compass up, because in the past we always ended up leaving them on the table, on the bed, on the couch, wherever. So once we discovered these little refrigerator clip style, this is how we put our daily cruise compass up. We can just glance at it and say we always know where that's at. Follow me over here, Nancy. We use these little ones also to hang our hats up when you come in the door or come out, and we use it to hang our lanyards up when that are also right by the door, so we remember to grab them, put our sea passes in them when we're going in and out. These are awesome for anything that you need to hang up, including, let's go back over this way here, And you'll notice a lot of these things tie one to the other to the other. So this helped hang the extension cord up. It also is great for the hats, for the hangers, things like this. This is a silly one, but don't forget your shower scrunchie. Again, little things. A lot of you may want to bring your own product, your own soaps, shampoos, things like that. For me, being so follically challenged, and I really don't care, what comes with the cruise ship is fine for me. It's a little combination product and it works okay, but it's a gel that you pump out. One of these works really good, and what you can do is put this in the shower with a magnetic hook, and now you have a hook to hang your scrunchie on. Well, actually, welcome back. Nancy and I took a little bit of a pause in doing this video because we had reservations for Zone Zero, which is a 4D virtual reality experience on Odyssey of the Seas. We really wish we could give you video of this, but being a virtual reality experience, that would be a little difficult. We've got some pictures we're going to show you right now of the before and after experience. The only thing we can say is if you're on a cruise ship with this experience, do it. It was fantastic. Nancy, you're behind the camera, but did you love it?
I had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome, and it's unlike anything you probably have ever experienced. So this is not just putting on a VR helmet. This is a full suit, full immersive VR. So we'll send a link to some information in the description, and we'll put some pictures together as well. So power in your cruise room. We talked about running the extension cord up and over using magnetic hooks. Remember, these walls are all metal. I want to show you this, and I want to show you the second piece, which is if you don't want it hanging up there, you can certainly run it on the carpet, on the ground. If it's possible, you can kind of run it around an edge. Some cruise rooms have the bed near the door to the balconies. Other ones have it, as this arrangement is with the couch here and the bed there. Some interior staterooms are more elongated. So there's many configurations that you have to adapt to, but this nice thing is this cord is long enough to adapt to almost any of them. And once again, remember, no surge protectors, simply a heavy duty, if you're American, UL approved cord, so that we're not going to have a fire or anything of that nature, and it's all approved. But I'm going to show you, you can run it straight across the ground, and this would seem, of course, like a trip hazard right here. However, that's where your gaffer tape comes in. And again, you can roll up a smaller amount of this, but I'm showing you the whole roll we brought. This is not duct tape. It's not masking tape. It's not painter's tape. This is called gaffer tape. And we'll put a link to this particular product in the description. However, gaffer tape is used by movie gaffers to tape everything on movie theater sets. Super sticky, but also comes off very easily. So I'm going to go down and show you here as an example, because you do not want to trip in your cruise room. So make sure your cord is nice and flat to the ground. Get your gaffer tape, put it down, and then move your cord down. Keep it centered in your gaffer tape. And I've just got a small piece here, but you can see how firm that is and how good. So if you actually had a nice long piece of gaffer tape down here, this is a great way to prevent tripping, and you can run that across this way as well. If you've never used gaffer tape, the stuff is awesome. It's good just to have a roll around. Little expensive. It can run anywhere from $12 to $16 a roll, but it's really worth it. And the nice thing is, once you're done, it comes right off and no sticky residue like duct tape or something like that. So it works really, really well to do that. The final way that you can get this cord run, if you're on a ship like Odyssey here, that has an outlet, as we saw earlier, the easiest thing in the world, run it under the bed and share that one outlet with your partner. And how you do that is, again, a very simple pigtail that has 3 outlets, 3-prong, nice and heavy duty, not a surge protector. No switches, no surge protectant, just a 3 outlet little pigtail. So again, no surge protectors allowed on cruise ships. They are a fire hazard and they will confiscate them. But something like this, you can plug the long extension cord, run it under the bed, and then you both have extension cords on both sides of the beds. That's been an issue on cruise ships forever, and now with all our devices we like to keep by our beds. This is a great thing. So let's go on to the next cruise hack or thing that we like to talk about. Is this one we love. We take it to the beach, we take it to the pool. We have always kind of been a little worried that when we go out and get a beach chair, we get a chair by the pool, a chair by the pool. Well, we want to go swimming, we want to go up to the bar, we want to just go to the bathroom, but we don't necessarily want to leave our Kindle or our phone or our things sitting there just unattended. Well, the nice thing, this bag is nice and big, super heavy duty, waterproof, and it actually has a combination lock. So this is not this is not high security here. If somebody was very determined, they could get this open. They could cut your bag. I mean, when we bought this, we looked and looked and looked. We looked at lots of different options. There are much higher security ones out there. They are really small. They don't necessarily hold everything we want, like 2 Kindles and 2 phones, whereas this one does. However, this is what we call keeping an honest person honest. And it really just protects your stuff. It keeps it from getting wet. And when you put the combination, it opens right up. It's Velcro. And to seal it up, you just give it at least 3 rolls like this. Bring the clip around. And then you just loop it around the leg of your chair. So it's super easy, has lots of room, waterproof, and okay security. It gives you a little peace of mind when you're in the ocean or in the pool or whatever, that hey, somebody's not just going to walk by and pick that Kindle up and take it, or your phone or whatever it might be. Just a little bit of security. Again, all these different products, we'll put a link in, the ones that we found. There's many alternatives out there, but we'll at least show you the ones that we found and that we like. Now a great one, and as we've seen on Odyssey, we're finally to where we can have straws again. But you wouldn't think about something like this. However, we've been to all-inclusive resorts, we've been on other cruises where you just don't get a straw with your drink anymore. Introduce the reusable silicone straw. And the nice thing about this particular pack, super inexpensive. I think this pack was like $8 or something. Comes with little holders that you can tuck the straws into. They even have a little piece that you can clip it on something, carry them around with you, and then if you don't get a straw with your drink, pull it out and you have your own straw. However, when you bring something like this on yourself, and as many of you know, Nancy and I own and operate a catering and food business, so we're very concerned about food safety, about making sure no one would ever get sick. The straws all come with all the kits that we've seen, at least the ones we recommend, a small cleaner, and we bring a very small container of antibacterial dish soap with us so that we can clean those straws. We've ended up not having this before, and the bad thing about silicone, they're great. They're almost indestructible. You can bend them, you can do whatever. However, they do pick up odors. So after your first, second, 10th pina colada, they end up smelling like coconut, and this is a good way to clean those out so that if you're going to have a different beverage with it, that it doesn't all smell like coconut. So remember the cleaners that come with it, and just a little bit of dish soap to clean those up. The nice thing is, if you're not on a long cruise, most kits come with 8 or 10 straws. You can just kind of put them in a Ziploc bag and then clean them when you get home too. But we brought that with us as well. 2 more things that I'm going to show you. 1, tumblers. This particular one, honestly, is from Walmart. It's, I think we just saw it on sale for about $7. However, full stainless steel inside and out, and it's 20 ounces. The 20-ounce cups are the ones we have found work the best. We got a set of handles on Amazon. So this one was from Walmart. This one was from Amazon. Again, full stainless steel vacuum cup, really good insulator. And so when you're out there on the pool and you go get your frozen cocktail or with ice or whatever it might be, these are awesome. And you got a handle, it's going to keep your keep your drink cold, keep it frozen. It's not just going to be a melted, watery blob. And it's a little nicer to drink out of too than the small plastic cups that you get as you are ordering your drinks. So think about bringing a couple of these. And not only that, hey, you've got your dish soap with you, so if you want to clean them out, you can do that. You can get coffee in the morning and keep it warm. All of those things. So it can go from the morning to your hot coffee to your drinks by the pool and keep it all either hot or cold. So again, we'll give you a link to the one that I got off Amazon. Also, the handles come right off, so if you don't like them or not. This was a 2-pack of handles we got, and they fit the 20 ounces very nicely. Now, when it's Nancy and I on a cruise, and we really try to just relax when we're on a cruise. We do, like we just mentioned, we went and do activities like we just did the Zone Zero. However, sometimes we like to just sit and spend time with each other. This is our magic bag. It's not what you think. It's actually a bag of games. So we have a little waterproof bag. Again, I actually got this as I think a 4-pack or something that was at Walmart. Again, rolls down much like the other one that we showed you. And it keeps everything dry. And so we have a little cribbage board. We have a little backgammon board in here. We have, believe it or not, a Yahtzee set with a shaker, and we even have a set of left, right, center in here, because that's a great game to play at the pub on the cruise ship. And so we just have a small selection of games. We like cards, things that we may just want to sit, have a drink, relax, and enjoy each other's company. And again, doesn't take a lot of room. These are all travel size, and you know what? Even though you're in phase 2 and don't have the kids, doesn't mean you don't like to sit down and play a game with your spouse or your significant other. And then finally, what I'd like to show you is something that we're going to have to wait till it gets a little darker out. So we got to have some special mood lighting, and the lighting has to be just right for us to show you that. But we're going to be back in just a little bit once it gets dark, and we'll show you this last thing that we recommend that we think is going to be very helpful for you. So be right back. So here we are with the mood lighting that we talked about. You can see how dark this cruise room really is, but that's the point. We want to show you the next product that we found that really helps, not just in cruise rooms, but really in any room you're traveling in. Watch what happens when we open the door. We have an automatic night light in here. It's actually also set to be a low amber light, so it doesn't wake you up. It's not a heavy blue light that wakes you up. It has a motion sensor and is battery powered. It's everything you need to travel with. Well, let's go ahead and turn the overall lights back on, and we'll show you a little bit about this product. Hold one second. And we have lights again. So let me grab this. So this is a Mr. Beam's light. It has both a light sensor, motion sensor, and is battery powered. You can hang it on the wall, you can set it in there. And if it's too bright, you can actually, remember that gaffer tape we talked about? You could actually put a little bit of this over it, because that's been one of the criticisms of this particular one. In fact, it's one of the only criticisms I've seen, is it can be just a little bright. We actually think it's perfect. We set it in the bathroom. When you open the door, the motion sensor here turns the light on automatically, and you get a nice, quiet, light amber light that works really well. So the one thing you want to be careful of with this is when you travel with it, it will come on if it's dark because it has the light sensor. So what you want to do is you actually want to take the batteries out of it and just travel without batteries. So you just can actually use this piece that comes with it to unscrew the back, take the batteries out, put them in a small Ziploc bag and travel with it that way, and then put them back in at your destination. So the nice thing about this too, and we'll put a link in the description, it actually comes in a 3-pack. So you can have one that you travel with, you could put one in the main room, put one in the bathroom, and they're really not that expensive. So like I said, we'll put a link to this in the description. But I think this is really the final product. We got one bonus product we're going to talk about. We want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about the one bonus product. And really, this is more of a fun thing than it is a hacking your cruise thing. But before we do, as always, Nancy and I like to ask you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It helps us grow. It helps other people who are moving into phase 2 of life see our channel. It helps the YouTube algorithm, all those fun things. So like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. We would really appreciate it. So the last item is a small little duck. This may seem silly, but it adds a little joy to your cruise, and surprisingly, a ton of joy to other people on the cruise ship. There is a Facebook group called Cruising Ducks Original Group. There's a couple others, but if you look for Cruising Ducks Original, you can go and buy a set of these. Again, we'll put a link in the description of where to get these. They're very, very inexpensive little rubber ducks. Ours have little squeakers in them. And you can make little tags to put on them, and the tags effectively say, oh, what luck, you found a duck. Keep or hide, you decide. And you can put a link to the Cruising Ducks website, Facebook page, and people can post pictures when they find a duck. We've seen a lot of not just cruisers, but also cruise members who collect these, and it brings a lot of joy, and it's just a little extra fun thing you can do on your cruise. So look this up and have fun with a duck. And until next time, this is Mike and Nancy behind the camera this time for Living Phase 2. We'll see you next time. Thanks.